Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, I know if you've been watching me on, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, you see me post some of my amazing clients. You see these folks dropping 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 plus pounds. I got clients that have dropped over 80 something pounds in a year, right? And you might be thinking to yourself, man, that shit ain't real. Man, that's all Photoshop. Well, I'm here to tell your ass it's real. Right? These are real people. And the crazy part is, I've never seen them in person. I know a lot of people, they think that you have to have like an in-person trainer to train your ass. Well, here's the issue with that. A lot of times when you just paying a trainer, which is actually a little bit more expensive, because when I used to train in person, it'd be about $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Not only do you pay more for just sessions and workouts, they ass ain't teaching you nutrition. But with the things I'm getting ready to show you now, these people have been able to get these type of results, if not, I dare say, better results than people who do in-person training at a fraction of the price. All right, these are secrets that I'm getting ready to share with you that I've used with my clients. So I know this shit works. I see what they're doing. I'm able to track it. I'm able to manage it. I'm able to hold them accountable. I'm able to communicate with them. And so I'm about to give you this game. All right, so if you want to drop 50 plus within the next year, lock in. All right, grab your pen, sheet of paper, and take notes. So the first thing is this. Here's the first secret. They did not just do cardio, guys. They did not just do cardio to lose this type of weight. I know a lot of times when most folks want to go into dropping, 30, 50, 100 pounds, that's the first thing I see most people say. Oh, boy, I'm about to start doing me some treadmill. I'm about to start getting my steps up. I'm about to start doing 10K steps a day. And I want you to do those things. I want you to. But if that's all that you're doing, it's just cardio, because guys, I've seen this. And some of y'all may have heard me talk about this story when I used to train in person. And there was this one guy named Peter I used to train him at his high-rise condo. Back in my early days. I was in my early 20s back then. And he used to be this one guy on the elliptical machine, hauling ass. Whenever we would go in and do our session, this guy hauling ass on the elliptical machine, sweating, breathing hard, you know what I'm saying? Sweat dripping around the whole goddamn machine. And Peter, after a couple of months, Peter would ask me during the sessions, Jay, man, why you ain't losing no weight? Why you still got that big old ass stomach? Well, he didn't say big old ass stomach. Why you still got that stomach? You doing all this cardio? It just sounds better for me to say big old ass stomach. But anyway, I was like, listen, Peter, this dude is just doing cardio, but he's not eating properly. Because if he was eating better, he wouldn't even have to do as much cardio as what he's doing. And so this is the first thing that I articulate to my clients. Before they even join, I'm like, look, I can give you the best game plan when it comes to training. I can give you the best workout routine. But if you're going to just take this workout plan and say, okay, fuck all, I don't want to do nothing else inside the coaching program, I just want to do the workouts, your ass going to stay fat. Yes, you're going to be putting in all this time and effort, but you ain't going to lose the weight you really want to lose. And so that's why nutrition is a huge priority. Everybody who comes in my program, I don't just give workout routines. I can give just a nutrition regimen because I do just nutrition coaching for some members. Like one of my coaching clients, Kataka, he dropped over 50 pounds this year, back in 2024, right? And his first 12 weeks, he did my flexible fat loss nutrition program. He dropped like 20 pounds his first 12 weeks because he didn't have a whole lot of time to do the whole training side of it. He was like, Coach, I just want to take it easy. First 12 weeks, get nutrition on point. Once I get that locked in, I'll go from there. Dropped 20 pounds, and then once we got to 12 weeks, he was like, hey, Coach, man, I'm ready to lock in again. This time, let's do the training aspects of things with the nutrition. Boom, 50-something pounds down months later. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to dial in your nutrition. You don't even have, believe this or not, y'all, you do not have to work out to lose weight. You could just eat the right way and lose weight. Now, if you want to look good in your clothes and when you take them clothes off, yes, you are going to have to work out. You are going to have to build muscle. You will not build muscle just eating and drinking protein. If you're not lifting, it's just going to turn to fat. And that's how it's going to happen. Especially if you're eating in excess, aka overeating, aka big ass stomach behavior. All right. So very, very important that you just not say to yourself, well, I'm just going to do cardio to lose weight. No, make nutrition a priority. And these are the things, all my coaching clients, I just want to do a quick shout out for Darrell. Shouts out to my dog Darrell. Shouts out to Kataka. Shouts out to Christopher Walker. Shouts out to Jason. Jason got ripped up. Got abs now. Shouts out to Matthew. And it's possible I might be forgetting somebody. I think those are the top 6 who dropped 50 plus pounds in 2024. But just want to get them their flowers, man, because it's easy to drop 5. You can luck up and sneeze and drop 10 pounds. Yep, your ass might starve yourself a little bit and drop 15. But 50? Oh, hell no. You got to have a plan. You got to have some commitment. You got to have some consistency. You got to be disciplined to drop 50. All right? So shouts out to all my members who have dropped 50 plus this past year. And shouts out to all my other coaching clients as well who've been getting it in. All right? And this is all online, y'all. This is all, like, I've never met. Well, I met Ann. Ann, she drove up from Alabama because she stayed out in Alabama. And she came out here for like a meetup. You know what I'm saying? We did like a members meetup. But never trained these folks in person, y'all. Never. So all these folks be, man, I need me an in-person trainer. I got to have an in-person trainer. So you need a motherfucker to count your reps the whole time. Like, at what point are you going to have some self-accountability to go to the gym and do what you got to do? Like, of course, you need to have the right plan. And those are things I give my members. And so that way, I'm showing you how to train. I'm showing you how to eat properly. That way you can get these results and keep them. And you don't have to depend on a trainer forever. Some of y'all already be complaining about investment and prices and shit. Training with an in-person trainer, a good one, oh, your ass about to pay to play. I'm talking 1,000, if not more. Especially if you train 3-4 days a week. And so very, very important that my whole thing, I want to show you how to get the results and keep them. You know, there's a lot of trainers out here. I get you got to run a business and everything, but damn, like, they be withholding the information. They be like, man, let me just train them a little bit and keep them in here for a good 3 to 6 months and then train a little bit more. I want to help you get the results. All right. And so that's the first thing. Second thing is this. A lot of folks think that if I just eat healthy, I'm going to lose this weight. If I just eat healthy, if I just make healthier decisions, my stomach going to go down. And it possibly will to a certain extent. Like, I've had plenty of folks who reach out to me, man, y'all be smart. I train pretty affluent people. And so y'all ass ain't dumb. You know you got to start eating a little bit better. You know you can't be drinking simply lemonade and sweet teas and burgers and pizzas every day, hoping that you go drop weight. It don't work like that. And so most times when people reach out, y'all are eating quality food. Y'all just not tracking. So you eating all this healthy food, but your ass getting bigger. You stepping on the scale, you like, damn, why this weight ain't going down, man? I feel like I'm doing everything. I'm working out. Now I'm not drinking this sweet tea no more. Now I'm not eating out as much as I used to, but the weight ain't going down. Why does that happen, guys? You want to know why? Because your ass ain't tracking. And you know what I say? If your ass ain't tracking, you slacking. If your ass ain't tracking, you slacking. So you use the app MyFitnessPal. There's other apps out there too. But you have to be aware of how much you're eating. And you don't have to do this forever, man. Like, you do not have to do this forever. You do not have to track how much you're eating forever. I did bodybuilding. Like, if y'all watching me on the whole Instagram thing, I know some of y'all just could be listening to the podcast. I have bodybuilding trophies. Won a couple of trophies from doing bodybuilding. And when I did bodybuilding, yes, I was tracking my macros. I was tracking my calories and my protein and all these different things. And I had a coach at that time. But then after I finished doing my bodybuilding shows, I wasn't tracking no more. I wanted to have a similar look, but I didn't have to be that ripped. I didn't want to be that disciplined because there's you're not gonna have as much joy and pleasure of just being able to live life the way you really want to, because you eating to be a bodybuilder. You got to be like sub 5% body fat stepping on stage. You know what I'm saying? But for the average person, You're not trying to be that real. You're not trying to be that cut up. Your ass ain't about to step on stage with no little bit ass shorts on, no man thong. You ain't trying to do that, right? You just want to look good in your clothes when you take your clothes off. And so, 3 to 6 months, start tracking what you're eating. Start being mindful around how much food you're eating. Start being mindful around how often are you eating out. Some of y'all, you don't even know how many times a week you eating out. You don't even know how many times you be eating Ben and Jerry's and drinking alcohol. You be like, damn, I feel like I'm eating healthy. But how many times a week have you been drinking alcohol? How many times a week are you eating out, eating junk food, stress eating at night? That shit add up over time. You see what I'm saying? So very, very important to pay attention to these things. But the only way you can pay attention to this shit is if you track it. What you track, you can manage. If you don't track your habits, you can't manage your weight. Simple as that. If you don't track how much time you're sleeping, what time you go to sleep, and when you wake up, you may notice that your energy be off on a daily basis. You may notice that your stress level be a little bit higher because your ass, you ain't tracking. You don't know. And you just be thinking, and you just be in this limbo phase, like, man, what is going on? Man, the world is just burning down. Man, I'm depressed. I'm just depressed. Now, I'm so unmotivated. But if you start tracking, now you can say to yourself, you know what? I've been drinking too much alcohol. Like I'm aware of alcohol messes my energy up. Like I won't just blow up and gain 10, 15 pounds like right off the bat just drinking alcohol, but I feel that shit. At 34 years old, oh yes, your boy go feel it. I'm gonna be like, damn man, I got a little bit of brain fog today. And a lot of times it carries over for a couple of days, if I'm being honest, 2-3 days. And so I'm very mindful around how many days a week do I drink alcohol. Love me a good old Woodford Reserve old fashioned. Love me, I love one of those. You see what I'm saying? Get it smoked. Love that with the big Q. No boo will look out for your boy. Yeah, no boo look out. Yeah, but anyway, let's get back to the point. My point is this: my members who get the best results, they master the art of tracking. Not just I'm eating healthy. It's plenty of folks out here, millions of folks out here. They eating healthy, but they still got a weight problem. They eating healthy, but they still got that big old ass stomach because they don't know how much they're eating. You see this with vegans and vegetarians. They be big as hell. You be like, damn, all your ass do is eat healthy food. Why you still overweight? They don't know how much they eat. All right? So very, very important that you start tracking if you're really serious about dropping 50 pounds. Number 3, this is a big secret that my clients did. They surrounded themselves by folks who inspire them. All right? And, they didn't necessarily intentionally do this. Some of them may have. But when people join my coaching program, I have a community. Shouts out to the Lions Den. We got like 50, 60 something folks in there. And we celebrate each other. Yes, we motivate each other. Because let me be honest with y'all. Can I be honest real quick? Can I be honest? This shit ain't always going to be easy. It ain't easy being breezy. Like, you going to have times where you sore as hell. You done worked out. You felt like you had a great workout. 2-3 days later, you feel like a bus done hit your ass. You're like, damn. Man, I don't even feel like going to the gym today, man. I'll go tomorrow. It go happen. But guess what? I've had members in my coaching program. They be like, man, coach, I want to re-up again, man. I want to do the program again because, when I see folks like doing their workouts and they checking in, and I don't feel like working out. But when I see Darrell checking in, or Jason checking in, or Chris checking in, man, I go ahead and get it done, man. I go ahead and get it done. When I see folks like Brandon in the coaching program that ran a 5K for the first time, man, it just motivates me, man. It motivates me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you got a whole lot of support in there. Like, guys, when folks be trying to lose weight, y'all be trying to do this shit alone. Like, the lone wolf. Like, that shit's something admirable to do. That's how you go fast. You might get fast results, but you can't get sustainable results. All right? You can't go far. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you got to go with people, man. You got to build up a team. You got to have a community around you that's going to support you, that's going to encourage you, that's going to hold you accountable and call your ass, say, hey, man, where you at? You said you want to drop 50 pounds. You ain't been to the gym in 2 weeks. Man, you bullshit. Is it really what you want, or you just one of the motherfuckers who just talk? You do all that talking. Yeah, I want to lose stuff. I want to lose. Well, when your ass go to the gym? You over here drinking all this alcohol. When you go put that down? You drinking all this Simply Lemonade. When you go put that down? If you really about this shit, if you really about what you say you about, you go do what's required. And if you have good people in your corner, they go say those things to you. They go say them to you. They not just go watch you get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like some of y'all friends, they see your ass and gain 30, 50, 100 pounds. They still smiling in your face. Hey, how you doing today? You okay? You damn sure don't look like it. Because you done gained about 50 pounds. I know you stressing. You stressing over there, huh? You all right? You got to have people in your corner, man, that's going to be like, hey, man, look, you got a little too heavy. Man, I care about you, man. Like, we can't get heading in this direction, man. We done had folks in our families, man, that done got some type 2 diabetes and had a heart attack because they done gained all the weight. Man, listen, we can still have fun. We can still go out and drink and watch the football games and celebrate. But look, I need you to get in the gym. I'm not saying you got to do bodybuilding, but I need you to start doing something. Those type of people you want to be around, because they truly care about you, they go look at those types of things. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, that's number 4. Surround yourself around a community of people. Like, get into a coaching program, man, that has a community. Whether it's mine or somebody else, I don't give a damn. And so that way you have that support. All right? Number 5, religious consistency. Religious consistency. You know, there's one person in our community, I call him Mr. Consistency. Yeah, whether he lost a pound that week or lost 2 pounds or didn't lose no pounds, his weight jumped back up 1 pound, his ass every week, he do his weigh-in, he do his progress photo, and he do his check-in every week. And that's Kataka. Kataka inside the Coach Pro, and he's down over 50-something pounds now. He's down over 50 pounds, man, in his 50s. A lot of folks be like, man, shit, I hit my 50s, man. It's my age, man. I can't drop no weight. It's because of my age. No. Yo, it's all about the way you believe. What do you believe is possible? If you believe that it's possible to drop that type of weight in your 50s, you will. But if you don't, your beliefs can become your limitations. So if you don't think that you can lose that weight, if you feel like it's just too much weight to get off, it'll never come off. Because we only act in accordance to our beliefs. That's it. If you truly felt like you could have $1 million business or be making $1 million a year, you will be moving in accordance to being able to live that lifestyle. That's just how it is, man. All right. But yeah, that consistency, it compounds over time. Like Ataka, like I said earlier, he'll drop 1 pound here, 2 pounds there, no pounds 1 week, but he stayed consistent. And guys, I'll tell you one thing. Even while I've been building my business and my audience and everything, I've had times, where I'm like, damn, man, why I don't have like 400-500 clients yet? Man, why I don't have 500,000 followers yet? You know what I'm saying? I'm posting way more than most of these motherfuckers. I got 3,000 something posts, and I see some of these folks who got more followers than me, they only got 700, 500. You see what I'm saying? And so I have these thoughts of like, man, damn, but I still show up. I'm still consistent. And I say that because some of y'all, you may be working out right now. You're trying your best to eat healthier right now, but you don't see the weight coming off as fast as you might like it to. Everyone's time is going to be different. You got to run your own race. You can't compare yourself. But that consistency is one thing that matters a lot. Because if you do it good for a good month, and then you start losing consistency, everything you did that first month, null and void. It don't even matter no more because you lost consistency. But if you would have stayed on course, now you could say, even if you stopped losing weight, you could at least still look back at the habits and routines that you had to improve some of those habits and routines to start really seeing better results. But if you start getting inconsistent, man, of course you're not going to see the type of success you really want that most of us want. Definitely not no 50-something pounds down. All right? But that's the 5th one. Religious consistency. All right? Your habits, your routines, where you at right now in your life, It's a result of your habits and routines up to this point. If you want better results in 2025, you're going to have to change something about your habits and routines. Okay? And so that's the fifth one. Number 6, we got 2 more. And the last one is, dare I say, one of the most important. Number 6, self-awareness. When I think about self-awareness, this is Darrell Mays inside the coaching program, down over 55 pounds. And, we did a coaching call a couple of months ago. And, every now and then when a client drops a lot of weight and we're on our group coaching call, I'll have them talk a little bit about what they feel like truly helped them, drop that amount of weight. What helped them have that type of success. And he said, man, Coach, because you told us just become more self-aware. Become more aware of what foods does my body agree with better? What time of day can I work out that can sustain? Not what somebody else can do, not what John at the gym be doing, but what's going to work the best for you. Even in terms of stress level. Guys, sometimes I get extremely stressed if I'm working back to back to back to back throughout the whole day. And so I had to become self-aware enough to say, I'm going to have to put some little space in between each task that I do. That way I'm not burning myself out. And by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Some of y'all are doing things, unknowingly doing these things, and you're self-sabotaging because you're not self-aware. Now, if you aware that you self-sabotaging yourself, well, shit, you asking for that shit. But a lot of times people are not aware. You're not aware of you're snacking so much that it's causing you to be fat. You're not aware that you're drinking so much juice and sweet teas and lemonades and sugary coffee that is causing you to gain weight. You're not aware that at nighttime you say you only eat one meal a day, and you really not eating that much, but shit in that one meal, you're probably eating about 4,000-5,000 calories, and that's why your ass ain't losing no weight. And so you have to become self-aware, okay? You have to become aware of how much you're eating. That's why I talk about tracking, okay? I'm not just saying this shit just to say it. You got to be aware of how much you're eating. Because if you're not, your weight will be going up and down or constantly going up, okay? So gain self-awareness around yourself. What's going to be the best routine for you? How many days a week? Don't be going to the gym 7 days a week if you really know 4 days a week is what you can sustain. Don't be eating 5, 6, 7 meals a day if you know you'd prefer to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and maybe a snack or two. Do something that works for you. When I talk about tailoring a plan to you, when I talk about customization, personalization, that's what I'm talking about. And so that way you become aware, okay, well, this is the type of training routine that I can sustain long term. This is the way I can eat that's going to allow me to lose this weight and keep it off. Otherwise, you do all these damn plans out here and you gain all that weight back. All right? I tried all the different diets. Did I need to? No. I tried them because I just wanted to try them out. And tried the keto diet out. And I noticed that I started to look skinny and frail, I was losing my muscle and shit. I couldn't even really eat any carbs because keto diet is majority fats, minimal proteins, and barely any carbs. I like burgers, y'all. I like eating at Waffle House. I like eating tacos. But if I'm doing a damn keto diet, all I can pretty much eat is fats and meat and protein. Very minimal carbs. Not the diet for me. You got to be self-aware enough to know that. Okay? So that's number 6. Last one. Number 7. By far, I think one of the biggest. You got to be willing to keep showing up. Yes. You got to be willing to keep showing up. Even when life gets tough, even when you may have a little moment of doubt, you may have a season where the weight may not be going down as fast as you might want it to, but you still keep showing up. I remember when Ann, she just texted me earlier today. She's like, hey, Coach, I'm down to 175. Hey, y'all, her being at 175, that means she done dropped 95 pounds. 95 pounds. Come on. A lot of women don't even think that it's possible to drop that kind of weight. Men drop weight so much faster. But she did this shit in a year and maybe, January, a year and less than a full month. Because she's been inside the program about 12 months now. A little over 12 months. 95 pounds down. But she had times, throughout her journey where she would do her check-in, because we do weekly check-ins. She fill out her little form, and she'd be like, "Oh, man, normally when I get around like this 215 range, the weight just don't keep on coming off. It just stopped right, Coach, I'm scared. I want it to keep coming off. But guess what? I'm like, look, you done dropped this amount of weight already. Look, keep running the play. Keep doing the habits that have allowed you to get to this point. Keep following the same routines that's allowed you to get to this point. And I'll be damned, she done dropped another 35, 45 pounds from continuing to show up. Hit the gym, track the nutrition, eating healthy, sleeping, coming to the group coaching calls, continuing to do the check-ins, continuing to do the weigh-ins, continuing to do the progress photos. Keep showing up, man. A lot of y'all, you don't show up long enough to start really seeing the results. Like, you do it for a week or two, then your ass fall off. You do it for a month, maybe a month and a half, then you fall off. But if you do it long enough, here's what I noticed. I've had clients that jump in and they got very minimal results starting out. First month and a half. And I said, go harder. Because that's how I am. If I'm not seeing the results I want, I'm going to go harder. You got some folks that just bitch and moan and cry and makes, I ain't going to keep doing it. Go harder. Like, are you truly doing all that you can do? And most times, if you honest with yourself, you're not. You say to yourself, well, am I really tracking? Coach keeps saying, man, I ain't really been tracking. Let me go ahead and start tracking. I know I've been eating healthy, but let me start tracking, man. Let me start measuring out my food on this little electronic food scale that Kobe talking about, man. Let me go ahead and improve and do the things I know I'm supposed to do. Because I know some of y'all just be avoiding what you know you're supposed to do. Deep down, you know you need to be doing it, but you be trying to find the easy way out. There is no easy way out this shit. You got to do it. You want to have a successful business, you got to grow through that shit the same way everybody else do who's building a business. You want to have a thriving family, the wife and the kids and everybody doing well, you got to go through all those growing pains of getting better, improving yourself, become the leader that you need to be to lead that family. Or to be able to build that body that you want to, that when you look in the mirror, you feel proud of the way you look. You have to build those skills. You got to be like, man, you know what? Let me focus on this. Let me lock in this year and really understand nutrition. Let me find somebody who can really just show me how to properly eat, man. Because my family, the way I grew up, man, nobody really tell me about this kind of stuff. Let me learn it. And so I can stop having weight problems. So I don't have to worry about having health issues like type 2 diabetes, erectile dysfunction, heart issues and shit. Let me learn it. Apply yourself. Let me start hitting the weights and not just hit the weights. Let me get better with hitting the weights. It's about how you show up. That's why I always say you don't get paid just to show up. You got to show up and make that shit count. Like, imagine if I did these podcasts and I'm just hey y'all, today we're gonna just talk about losing 30 pounds and 50 pounds and that's what we're gonna talk about today. But if I had that dry ass in, y'all be like, oh hell no. Get your ass off it. I ain't about to look at this shit. I ain't got time to be wasting my time looking at your little dry ass. It's because of how I show up. You see what I'm saying? You got to show up and make that shit count. And so, I got to have energy so I can show up and make it count. And so I can show my charisma and be really authentic. You see what I'm saying? If you going to the gym, you still lifting them same little ass weights you've been using for the past 5-10 years, you damn right your ass ain't going to be getting no stronger. You damn right you ain't going to be building no muscle because you're not challenging yourself. You have to continuously challenge yourself. You can't just be eating healthy for years and I don't know why I'm not losing weight. Okay, motherfucker, get better. Start tracking. Start measuring how much you're eating. And so some changes can start to happen. Like I said earlier, where you are right now in your life, with your finances, your body, your relationships, is because of your habits and routines up to this point. Now, if you want those certain things in your life to change, you have to change something about your habits, your routines, and even the way you view yourself. That's a podcast for a whole nother day. But you have to change the way you see yourself. You have to start. If you can't look at some of y'all, I see some folks on Instagram, y'all be having Fat Boy 98 Chevy truck. I'm like, damn, you look at yourself as a fat boy. So you go act in accordance to how you see yourself. You need to change fat boy to ripped, jacked. Start thinking it and acting as if. Because that's the only way you go get to where you want to be at. You got to start living that shit now. The version of yourself, 50 pounds down, think about it. How does that version of yourself live on a daily basis? How do they communicate with themselves when they go through adversity? How often do they go to the gym? What type of foods do they eat? How many cheat meals a week do they eat? How much water do they drink? How much Simply Lemonade do they drink? How much sweet teas do they drink? Do they have friends who are into health and fitness and wanting to be healthy? Think about that version of yourself. Because if you continue to be this version of yourself and keep looking at yourself as that version, like where you are right now, you won't lose the weight. Because you're only gonna live in accordance to how you view yourself. And if you don't see yourself as the type of motherfucker who can be ripped, in shape, healthy, it ain't gonna happen. You gotta look at yourself like the person that's, you know what, man, I'm a millionaire. Like, I feel like even if you're not a millionaire, even if you don't aspire to be a millionaire, I feel like everybody should look at themselves like a millionaire. I feel like there's a positive association to being a millionaire. You think somebody who's in abundance, somebody who has the resources to take care of themselves, somebody who's, doing things in a way where it has a little bit more structure to what they're doing. They're not just winging it. Their life isn't out of control. Ain't nobody perfect, but all I'm saying is, what's that millionaire version of yourself? How does that version live? What type of food do they eat? What's their morning routine? What type of food do they eat for breakfast? What type of food do they eat for dinner? What type of snacks do they eat? Are they eating junk food all the time? Are they eating fruit instead of junk food? Are they drinking Simply Lemonade? Or are they drinking sparkling water? You see what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, man. Like I've spent years, at this point, like 15-something years, coaching people and training people. And especially when I did in person and training out here in Buckhead, a lot of these people who are very affluent, making a lot of money, they prioritize their health because they understand, man, I can have $1 million in the bank account, but that shit ain't gonna be able to get me out that hospital bed if if my health is just out of control. I just gotta hope and pray that my health gets back up to par. You don't want to live like that. That's why health is very important. You hear that question. I hear that question being thrown around. Would you rather have $1 million today, or have your life and $1 million a day, but you die tomorrow, or continue to live your life for the next 30, 40, 50 some years? Which one would you rather? That shows you how much more important our health is than money. Of course, we got to make money, but that just shows you. Because if you ain't got your health, you don't have nothing. Like, you gone. All right, so you better start prioritizing your health. It's very important. It ain't got to be perfect, but you have to start making an initiative and be purposeful towards getting better and improving with your eating habits and working out. All right, and this is how you drop the 50 pounds in 2025. All right, hopefully I found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button, leave your boy a 5-star rating so we can continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.